She backed away. I think she saw him, or maybe somebody said something, but I'm pretty sure she saw that he had a gun.
I thought I was gonna die, and I was gonna go to the bathroom right before it happened, and I'm so glad I didn't, because I would probably be dead right now if I did.
My daughter called me at work, screaming that there was a shooter at Apalachee.
Thanks for joining us here for 11Alive Midday. It has been 24 hours since 2 teachers and 2 students were killed inside Apalachee High School in Winder. And today, investigators are still piecing together how this tragedy unfolded. Right now, the 9 injured are recovering, but 4 families are grieving the loss of loved ones.
And the community is really coming together after the deadliest school shooting in our country this year. And breaking news on this midday, our first look at the suspected shooter, 14-year-old student Colt Gray. Take a look at this yearbook picture that a parent shared with 11Alive News. This picture was taken 2 years ago when he was in middle school. His neighbor says he lives with his father and 2 younger siblings. She says that she saw him get on the bus yesterday dressed in black, carrying a backpack. It was 10:23 yesterday morning when the first reports came in of shots fired and students on a hard lockdown, and we saw these first images of all the students outside the school. Today, students and parents are sharing more about that experience, and in a moment we'll share video from inside the school.
Today, we are thinking of those families and loved ones of the victims. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation identified 2 teachers who were killed, 39-year-old Richard Aspinwall and 53-year-old Christina Aramy. The shooting took the lives of 2 14-year-old students, Christian Angelo and Mason Schermerhorn.
We have team coverage walking you through the latest on the investigation, more on the accused shooter's past connection with the FBI, the weapon he used, and when we'll see him in court for the first time.
Liza Lucas starts us off this morning with more on the victims.
Liza, there are some hopeful reports about those recovering and this huge show of support for the families.
Indeed. You know, I just got an update from Grady Hospital that tells me that the one victim taken there remains there as that recovery continues. Meanwhile, the condolences, the remembrances are painting a picture of the 2 students and 2 teachers who were killed. And so far, we've learned the most about Coach Richard Aspinwall. He taught math and was the defensive coordinator for the football team, with football players both current and past posting online. In fact, I want to point you to a post on X, formerly known as Twitter, where the team posted stating, "Our beloved defensive coordinator, Ricky Aspinwall, we will carry you heavy in our hearts. We love you, Coach A." GoFundMe to help his wife and 2 little ones has grown from $50,000 since we told you about it this morning to more than $90,000 at last check. One of his colleagues at the high school also shared how respected he was within the school community.
He meant a lot to this community, a lot to the athletic programs that we have at our institution. So he'll be sorely missed. It's hard to replace someone like that.
We've also verified a separate fundraising effort for 14-year-old Christian, who you see right there. There's a 14 right there on his birthday cake. His sister writing in a GoFundMe that her brother was so loved by many and that the family is truly heartbroken, adding he didn't deserve this. Now, so far, nearly $40,000 has been raised for Christian's funeral. We're in the process of working behind the scenes to vet other fundraisers and efforts to help the community. And as we learn more about loved ones and those that are recovering in the hospital, we will keep you posted on air and online. Sending it back to you.
All right, Liza, thank you. So the 14-year-old shooting suspect, Colt Gray, was booked overnight. He's been charged with murder and will be tried as an adult. Ariana Manise is live at the Gainesville Regional Youth Detention Center, where the suspect is being held. Ariana, we're learning when he could appear before a judge for the first time.
That's right, Aisha. The 14-year-old will have a bond hearing tomorrow morning at the Barrow County Courthouse. Now, investigators, they are already combing through evidence, looking into what led up to the alleged shooter, Colt Gray, opening fire at his high school. Now, 11Alive, we went to the 14-year-old's home, which is about 6 miles away from the high school, and we watched as ATF investigators, they spent hours going in and out of his home. Now, this is just one component of the investigation. investigation. The GBI says they do plan to pursue information when the suspect and his father were questioned by law enforcement last year. It was regarding an anonymous tip about online threats to commit a school shooting. Now, at the time, there was no probable cause for arrest. They do plan to investigate whether there's any connection to that incident and yesterday's shooting. Meanwhile, we spoke to a neighbor who lives across the street. She says that she only would see his younger siblings and dad and wasn't aware the teen lived there until yesterday when she saw him waiting for the bus for the first time. Take a listen.
He had on jeans, a dark or black zip-up hoodie with the hood up, and a black backpack. I don't know. I just felt odd. So hours later, this starts unfolding, and then my grandson sends me a picture that's one of the students at Apalachee snapped of the shooter when he had his gun in his hand. And he said, "Gigi, is this who you saw?" And that was the boy. And that's terrifying.
Once again, we're live in front of the detention center where the suspect is being held. The GBI, they said that DFACS, they did make contact with his family, but they did not go into detail what that was for. But they say they do plan to pursue that information as the investigation into the alleged shooting suspect unfolds. Reporting live from Gainesville, I'm Ariana Manise for 11Alive. Back to you.
Ariana, thank you so much. A lot of people were wanting to see that photo and just knowing where this case stood here with him. Thank you so much.
It was this time yesterday we were talking about students who were inside the school frantically trying to get a hold of a loved one, maybe reach their parents by text. The first alerts of the shooting were happening inside the school, out to the parents.
And one mom actually shared that moment with us. It kind of makes your heart drop. Take a look at this series of text messages between Erin Clark and her son Ethan, who was a senior there. She was at work when she got this message: "School shooting. I'm scared. Please, I'm not joking. I love you." That mom responded quickly saying, "I'm leaving work." Her son says he heard about 8 or 9 gunshots before he closed his classroom door and moved chairs and tables to block the door. She was returned and reunited with her son on the football field.
We want to show you another perspective from inside the school. This is video taken as officers were walking students out of the building. It's a procedure. They asked them to show their hands up in a situation like this. This was after about an hour of kids locked inside classrooms waiting for officers to give that all clear that the threat was over. Classes are canceled for the rest of the week at Apalachee High School. Needed time for students and staff. And the district is offering grief counselors to those who need some extra support. 11Alive's Bobeth Yates is live at the high school for us right now. Bobeth, a hard day. People coming by to pay their respects and share their love there at the school.
Yeah, it's been a tough time. The mood continues to be somber here at Apalachee High School. Now, periodically, we've seen people come by and lay flowers and other items at the school's front sign. And we also caught up with a student and a mom who describes the horrific moments of this incident, moments that are now etched in their minds forever.
The smell of gunpowder, it was just like there was powder all over the floor. It was so smoky in the halls.
Apalachee High School 10th grade student Ariel Boland says the horrifying images of when the accused gunman opened fire inside her school continues to play out in her mind.
It occurred like right outside of my room. So just like seeing blood everywhere and the smell of gunpowder is just really traumatic. I've just been trying to get my mind off stuff and just not think about it, but like the gunshots and like the smell of everything is just like clouding in my brain.
According to the GBI, around 10:20 Wednesday morning, the Borough County Sheriff's Office received alerts of an active shooter. Ariel was exiting her classroom when the shots were fired. She quickly ran back in, took cover, and called her mom.
At first I was thinking she was kidding or she just wanted to leave school, but then I heard the gunshots, 5 gunshots, and then I screamed, "Ariel," and looked at my phone and it was dead. She was not there. I couldn't even figure out how to call her back. I was so scared.
The next 30 minutes were terrifying for Ariel's mom, Tabitha Massey, who began making her way to the school.
They stopped us and wouldn't let us go anywhere, but I did get the text that, "Mom, I'm fine."
And that
text message was the best text message I ever saw.
Ariel was okay, but 2 teachers and 2 students did not make it out alive.
I just wish this on nobody. and it's horrible to think that just a normal day at school can become so heartbreaking to other people, and it's just a lot.
Now, the district's grief counselors will be available today from 8 to 8 p.m. at the central office. They'll be also available tomorrow from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Live in Borough County, Bobeth Yates, 11Alive News.
Wow, incredibly powerful, Bobeth, to hear about those exchanges between a mom and her daughter, and thinking about the families that wish they could have gotten those texts as well. Thanks a lot.
And we have been you as this investigation unfolded. If you would like to get the information sent to you, we've put it all together. Just text the word investigation to 404-885-7600.
A lot of students and
parents. A lot of students and parents have courageously shared their experiences. We have more of those interviews on 11Alive News app, along with all the new developments in this story. You can download the app now in the App Store.